a little attention, or rather a little shout out to Hikaru slash the Petty Patrol Tengu, just to, tell you congratulations to 1 year of being on Facebook, having a great page, keep on that great work, and hope to hear more from you very soon. And with that, hello and welcome everybody to our next post. So the gods, hold on a second. Terribly sorry for that one. Yeah, as you can hear, Windows 10 just got an update, and screw you, Windows, for making mess, like screwing up everything every time. Well, yeah, welcome everybody to our next podcast, Touhou Radio Next Gen. Today, we've got another special guest who is actually also a person who is scouting me right now. I'm talking about Galaxian Recording / Ryuko Neko Pegasus. Thank you very much for joining in today.
You're welcome. Hello, everybody. This is the main guy from Galaxian Recordings here on this stream this afternoon.
And yeah, well, we've got a lot of great stuff prepped up for you, especially music, as you can guess. And yeah, before we get into it, yeah, just once again, just a short greeting or shout out to Ryuko Neko, to Hikaru. And yeah, I don't know where you are right now. Maybe you're still back at work, but I really hope that you will continue your great work at your Facebook page, and to see you soon again. Well, let's get into it. So,
Yes, we
well,
really hope all the best for sure.
thanks. So let's talk about how we got to know each other. Well, we both share the same interest of listening to Eurobeat, and especially Yuko is making his own Eurobeats. So somehow coincidentally, he was like, "Would you like to be a guest in? Would you like to sing a few songs in my song?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" And this is how he started to scout me. And right now, I'm so incredibly happy that this was possible. And yeah, well, tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe first.
All right, so yep, I have released 2 albums on Galaxian Recordings so far, and I'm currently working on my third album, Forever Energy Volume 3. Um, I don't know when I'm going to release it this year, but like I do plan to release it soon. I have been doing Eurobeat music since about like 2013 or 2014, so about like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and definitely learning how to like make not only the instrumentals but like mixing the vocals properly has definitely been an experience for me. Because like when I released my first vocal stuff, it was like a little raw, but then like over time I've learned how to do a better vocal mixing, and especially learning with some newer singers that I've gathered in my crew. I've definitely found a way to like mix those vocals much better now, and make my productions sound a little bit more like an actual record.
I see. All right. So, talking about you and Eurobeat, but also let's get a little bit in depth about you and Touhou. When did you get into Touhou, and how did it happen?
Oh man, it took a while for me to get into Toho. Not that I wasn't interested in it before. Like I was actually interested in it before, but like, here's the thing. Back back in 2007 or 2008, when I had my old YouTube channel that really didn't have any good material at all, by the way. Um, um, I saw like a lot of Toho memes. Mostly the UN Owen was her, and then there was this McDonald's one that
Uh,
sort of made me laugh actually. So I ended up rewatching that one. But then like, here's the thing: I didn't know very well about Toho, so I almost kind of forgot about it completely afterwards. But then with the help of discovering stuff like Eurobeat, especially Odyssey's music, over time, I've definitely started to see some of his Toho Eurobeat stuff, and they were they were definitely really good. It actually wanted me to get to know more about Toho, so after listening to some of Odyssey's Toho Eurobeat stuff, I decided to start playing the Toho games, starting from Toho 6, Embodiment of Scarlet Devil. And when I first played it, it gave me this really, really, really sort of a nostalgic experience where it was like some sort of classic shooter, but
mm,
instead it was like basically a bunch of bullets flying at you. Like, I mean, it was difficult at first, but like at the same time it was compelling. And like once you got to like the more difficult bosses like Sakuya and Ramilia and even Flaunder Scarlet, it was
yeah.
it drove me like a little mad at first, but then like I was so compelled to like beat those bosses because because it was like, I've got you now. But like at the same time, like after playing some of those games, I did like a little bit of like research on some of those characters, and getting to like know about their backstory is really interesting for me. But what helped me understand the backstory of those characters are like a lot of those fan made videos by Iosis and
Mm,
other other Toho based animation artists.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I eventually got to look up impossible piano remixes of Night of Nights even, and in fact it was that impossible piano remix that got me into doing my instrumental remix of Night of Nights, which is actually going to be turned into a vocal version coming soon on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. And guys, before you presume or guess, I can already tell you, yeah, I am actually featured in it, and I'm freaking happy about it. I can't wait to work on that one. And it was,
Fujiwara is the best.
oh come on, flattering wouldn't help you in this case. Well, you got to know, like I listened to his Night of Nights remix. I was like, we definitely got to do some vocals to that one, and I started to write some lyrics. And what we have right now is that I am featured in it, and two more people who we won't tell who they are because it should be a little bit of a surprise. But I can tell you that we've got some very talented people with us, and it will be an awesome stuff. It will be. I really can't wait just to hear it all happen. Guys,
I
it will
really
be
can't
awesome.
wait to mix this actually. Oh, and Volume 3 is going to have an even more talented crew, by the way, too, which also is a surprise on my end, unless you've listened to on SoundCloud.
Which will be played a little bit later. It will be featured in the stream, I guess, around the end, maybe the end song. I don't know, but
Who knows? But we will surprise you.
yeah, definitely. Well, talking about Touhou and based on music, actually, which Touhou song would you say is your favorite?
Oh man, what Toho song is my favorite? I don't know. There are like a lot of good ones. All right, so I like the songs based on Necrophantasia.
Oh yeah,
Oh, UNO was her. Sakia's theme. Now, another thing I've experienced as a Toho fan is sometimes it's actually hard to to say the theme names. So I'll for the most part, if I don't know the title, I'll usually say the theme by the character's name.
it's alright. Yeah.
I like Rin Kienbyu's theme.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, oh yeah, Sakia's theme. I also like. Oh yeah, I also like Lunatic Princess too. Lunatic Princess was amazing.
Oh man. Well, is there any reason why you like Lunatic Princess especially? Is it because of Imperishable Night or?
I wouldn't exactly say because it's of the game itself. I mean, like it. I mean, it is, but like at the same time, it definitely has this exciting but sort of like melodic and symphonic sort of
Yeah.
feel because it's like you start off at like something smooth, but then you dive right into like something that's really fast
Hmm.
with like the same sort of feeling. I think Flowering Night, by the way, Dark Lom, and yeah, and yeah, then like when you get to like the soft part, and then it
Yeah.
goes like really fast again. So it's sort
Hmm.
of like a really intense version, intense sort of like symphony version theme. And I've listened to like a lot of the remixes too, like some of the happy hardcore and some of the Eurobeat remixes of this, so like Bamboo Dance and Lunatic. They
Yeah.
all sound amazing.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Like I've personally got to say, Lunatic, made by Travis Evans, is not really one of my favorite ones, actually, which is maybe a surprise to some of you. But there is actually a version that I freaking like, and just checking out where I can find it because I like this version of Lunatic Princess because it has some kind of a I don't know how to say it. It sounds a little bit different maybe from what you usually have with the song. But while I'm searching, we can talk about yeah, let's talk about like arranges which stuck in your mind despite Travis Stebbins, because Travis Stebbins beats everything.
It's like what arranges I usually get like stuck in my head.
Yeah. Like,
Well,
which kind of can you remember? Well, like the ones that you can instantly remember.
ones that I can instantly remember. Oh my. There's definitely like a lot of them that I can't even make a list of it right now, actually. Like every Toho song I hear, it instantly goes in my head.
Okay.
And oh, by the way, Dark Lom, I am Galaxian Recordings.
So
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those soundtracks that like really, really gets in your head after like the many times you played a game. For
I
me,
see
it's
what you mean.
mostly the classic Windows games, which is Embodiment to Imperishable Night. The later games, I mean, I've definitely played all of them, but like I can't really get past all of the stages.
I know what
So
you
I
mean.
usually stick to playing the older ones.
They're actually getting always a little bit harder, huh? One after
Yeah, the
another.
later ones are like almost unbeatable. I mean, I have to say, I'm really hyped about Touhou 16, and that I have played Touhou 15, which had, of course, the one and only clown piece, Fairy from Hell.
Definitely.
Oh, yes. Oh, what stuff do I do? Oh, yes. If you hadn't seen before, I'm definitely a Eurobeat musician that makes my own series called Forever Energy Dark Lom. So feel free to check them out after the stream. Oh, yes. Yeah, the later stages definitely. Yeah, I mean, like, that's actually to the point where it's like almost unbeatable for me. Like, I can still get the vibes of a first time playing Flounder,
Oh
playing
yeah.
the newer games. Yeah. Just like, ah!
Definitely a little bit of an awful experience, isn't it? Every time you get into that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I will admit though. I mean, there are probably like a lot of fans here that may be a little tired of the classic games, but personally, I find that I still stick with them.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I can understand why. This is just yeah.
yeah.
It's just
Then
like
again, I know some people in the fandom haven't really played the games, which I respect. I mean,
hmm.
I used to be one of those fans that didn't really play the games.
Oh yeah. I see what you
Yeah,
mean.
that was only when I was first listening to Odyssey stuff and checking the memes that I was a Touhou fan that didn't really play the games.
Yeah.
But I sort of got into the games kind of quickly, anyways. So it was a bit of a quick change.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I
I'm just
have played other bullet hell games before Touhou, but those were mostly like 2D arcade shooters. Usually ones where you're like on an airplane or like some other anime one.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are some by yeah, there are some Don Maku that I've played by Taito, Bon Presto, and all that.
Hmm.
I believe there was also a Macross Bullet Hell game that I played once too.
I think there was. Yeah, actually, you might be right.
Yeah, I mean, they were definitely compelling, but like very tricky when I first played them too, actually. But like, but like classic arcade action, you can't go wrong with that. I'm definitely like a classic arcade gamer, when I found Touhou, I'm really glad that I've found a game series that's a modern-ish game series that sort of caters to my interest.
Yeah, it is very specific, you could say. Like Touhou is something that most of the people are like first always go for Bad Apple, and then they think it is something like a circle made by, or rather, it's a music franchise or something like that. And also they often mistake it with Vocaloid, which I don't understand. But yeah, I think this is
Oh
the
man, Bad Apple.
like there you go with the nightmare of living. But let's go into music, and I just found finally that freaking song that I meant, and this is a Lunatic Princess remix that I love. It's made by
Nice.
Alice's
Speaking
Emotion.
of Lunatic Princess.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh yeah. Actually, I was just saying because like I was
Yeah.
talking about Lunatic Princess earlier, but
Yeah.
actually now that you're playing it,
Like this one is one of my favorites, and I hope you guys will like it too. This is what could you call it? It's a little bit more like huh. I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me a little bit better about that genre. However, well, let's give a listen to it. Here is Alice's Emotion, and the the song itself is called Tsumaranai Yume no Owari. Enjoy the song.
okay.
の始まり時が流れても忘れられずにいる強く日々の空に思いを移していつか心満たしてくれますように
There we go. Another great song, and this is my personal favorite, I've got to say. Like, I personally like this song, and I hope you do as well. And yeah. So, this was my Lunatic Princess remix from Alice's Emotion that I freaking love. I hope you liked it as well.
Yeah, I loved it actually. You know what I have to say though?
Huh?
I mean, I have to say, remember when you were asking you're not sure what genre you'd call this.
Yeah.
I have to say, it kind of reminds me of what seems like a mix between chiptune and dubstep. So
Yeah.
let's call it chipstep.
All right, chip step. Sounds some kind like a fetish. I don't know. Like potato chips all over the ground. But
It's
okay.
like 8-bit dubstep mixed with drum and bass.
So, yeah, talking about the Touhou anime, apparently there is a lot of talking right now happening, and I've got to say my personal favorite is of course the Manpuku, because Manpuku is making the Memories of Phantasm series, which is absolutely recommendable. Everybody, if you haven't checked them out, you have to do that because it's absolutely awesome. Then again, there is also stuff like the Osanaremu / Deideimu arc, which is more like an animated manga, which I can also recommend deeply, deeply. But be prepared to have a lot of tissues next to you because you will cry the shit out of it every fucking moment, especially at the end of Deideimu. After you saw all the things happen, you will go definitely on the lowest point of me being. It's just amazing. I can only recommend this one, and I tell you, if you want to start with something which is like in depth, then you have to go for Osanaremu / Deideimu. But if you want a very lighthearted introduction into the whole animation franchise of Touhou, I would recommend Memories of Phantasm. Daklam, I'm not talking about if it's canon or not. The basic thing is that somebody is doing that, because this is the main frame around which Touhou is actually built off. It's the community, as I always like to stress out. And yeah,
Oh.
the community makes I would say the community is the key point why actually Touhou is that successful, because without the community, without people who are making all the song arranges, all the mangas, all the doujin art, I think that the franchise would definitely die out very quickly. And the reason is that otherwise it doesn't have anything of a how can I say, sales point. Like, if you're looking for something like bullet dodging and so on, bullet hell, and combining it with anime guilds, actually there could be so many more possibilities. But the reason why Touhou is succeeding is, first of all, it was at the top, or rather one of the first getting into it. But then the second point is that the community around it evolved very quickly. So they established already this kind of genre, and nobody else could touch to it, because then they would be the copycat. This was the reason why Touhou is that successful. And combining it all with all the work and like even yearly work made by people like, or for example, Touhou M1 Grand Prix, or the top 100 Touhou characters, and so on. There is so much of potential and also of work inside, which is not directly made by Zune, but by the community, which is working very hard on it to make it more successful. That's what I think.
I do believe that, and also because, like, I find that there are a lot of fans that can even relate to Touhou characters themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, like, some of the more, like, in-depth Touhou fans, too. That know and could relate to, like, more of their stories.
Definitely.
Yeah, like, I find that it not only does have, like, a fan following, but, like, it's sort of like its own, like, it's sort of like its own community as well. Like, I mean, like, personally, I feel like I could relate to Sakuya in a way.
How come?
I mean, not only is she my favorite character, but, like, I feel like me and Sakuya sort of share, like, the same emotion and the same environment.
Okay. Which is very interesting. You have to tell us a little bit more in depth.
Well, I mean, not only does she have, like, this sort of, like, badass skill, but, like, I mean, like, here's the thing. The manipulation of time definitely reminds me of like some of my favorite anime characters. But like at the same time, like here's the thing, like I do have like a very easygoing sense, and I'm also like very like cautious and fearful as well. Like I can be a bit of a fearful type of person, especially when I can be prone to take sides easily.
Mm-hmm.
But like I find that am like I find that I am a well-mannered person, and I try to like demonstrate that. And the fact that I could be and the fact that I could demonstrate like positivity does sort of remind me of this character in a way. I mean, although she's not exactly like a character that promotes positivity. Wait, Blinded Vanguard said Sakia versus Dio. Muta muta muta. Also,
Yeah.
shout out to Blinded Vanguard, by the way. He's awesome. But yeah. But yeah, I find that I could relate to more of her interior personality.
Okay. Well, however,
Like
yeah.
really nice and easygoing, but fearful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about your favorite characters, like you said, it's Sakuya. Who would be your least favorite character in the Touhou franchise, and why?
Oh man, least favorite. I don't know. There's so many characters that I'll be honest. Although I've gotten to know like a lot of them, a few of them I don't even know their personality, so I can't really judge who my least favorite Touhou character is, to be honest.
Okay.
But I'd have to say, oh, jeez, it's like a 10-way tie for me.
Like if you would say right now Kaguya, you will get a donut from me, but
Akagi is actually an okay character in my book. I mean, not one of my favorites, but she does have my favorite theme.
unfortunately, another one bites the dust very soon. Gotta kill
Yeah,
something.
Kaguya. Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry, man. I guess I couldn't expect to hate your most hated character.
That's very unfortunate. Fire!
No, Moko, don't do this to me.
And he was gone. Well, but talking about the characters and so on, like if you got right now the opportunity to make an arrangement on whatever Toho character, which one would it be, and what kind of a range would you go? Like, would it be a classic Eurobeat, for example, or would it be something with vocals, or what would you go for?
Okay, I can't say Saki's theme for this one because I already did Night of Nights, but I could totally do I could totally see if I could either one go for an Initial D style Moko remix,
Okay.
or number two go for like an Initial D style. Wait, no, I can't say Rumia remix. That's already part of Night of Nights. um. I could go for an Initial D style remodel of Patchoulie's theme. I really like the Voile library theme on EOSD. So yeah.
Yeah. I see. Well,
I
this would
feel like this. I feel like this theme's also a little bit underrated too, out of the classic Touhou themes.
You might be right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not many people talk about it. And I don't really think anyone in the fandom has talked about Patchoulie, despite that she is in one of the classic Touhou games.
Talking about characters or song themes which are underrated, I got to say another one would be actually Letty's. Letty White Rock. Like,
Oh yeah, I remember that character.
her theme is so underrated, but it gets some great profile. And I just a few days ago I found this awesome Eurobeat arrange of it called "To Love to Love,"
Nice.
which is the song, which is the so-called hot summer version. I freaking love it. I will play it in a few minutes. But yeah, so like this song actually really changed my mind a little bit about Letty, because we've got to say that she's always like how could I say, second row character, you know? Like if we go for winter characters, it's always Chirno. If we go for other yokai talking about cold, nobody thinks about the other characters who are somehow winter related or similar. And Letty is so special in this kind of case, but she really, really deserves a bit more attention. That's the reason why I found this song very suiting and want to play it, especially because that song is awesome to drive on. It is great to drive with that music on. Especially, you know, in Germany we've got something called the Autobahn. It's the highway in the in America. But the thing is, it has unlimited speed, so we can go over 300 kilometers if your car allows to. And if you're driving like this, going nuts on the Autobahn and listening to stuff like this, it really feels great. The other thing is, of course, driving kart or something like that and listening to stuff like this is also great. But yeah, well, I think
one of our fans pointed out that a Wriggle Night Bug is underrated. I definitely do agree with that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true again as well. But the thing about Wiggle is actually Wiggle herself is often featured in a lot of doujin work as kind of a link up to the whole Chirno gang. You know, with Chirno, Rumia, Daiose.
Daiose, that character is also underrated too.
She is completely, yeah, like she is definitely a lot more interesting, I think, than Chirno, but all the people are going always for Chirno.
I feel like although I like Chirno, she could be a little bit of a stereotyped character.
She definitely is. Like, she is the typical girl character who is all the way stupid and making dumb things. In German, we call them the so-called native blondes, as there is a this thing about so-called blonde jokes.
That's if Chirno doesn't even have hair dye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as you can see, this kind of things might be around, especially because I guess Wiggle is also around the age of all the others. Like, also in this group would be Mistia. So they're all around the same size and about the same, I can say, childish level. So it would suiting to each other to get into it. But
I think all the Touhou characters would be like, what, like 18 or something?
Yeah, kinda. Wouldn't it be like, you got this whole thing about real lolly characters, then you've got the semi-mature, and then you've got the adults, in which you can call on the Gap Hag and the what was it called? The Vacuum slash Yuko for eating too much. And you've got also the Hentai Doctor, and you've got well, I could go on with all the terrible ways how to describe these people, but I got to say honestly, I kind of like all the characters like Yuko, Yukari, and Eren.
Same here.
I got to say I haven't
really talked much about the newer characters too, but I definitely do like Satori, Rin. Yeah, a lot of the subterranean animism characters are really good too.
Yeah. But yeah, Darklam, it's about the whole thing about their sizes and how they act. It's not about their real flesh age, because if you go for that one, then you've got also to say that Remilia and Flander are also very old. But
they definitely don't look older, but like at the same time, because they're like historical vampires of the Scarlet Devil Mansion, I could see why their age is like definitely about a good 100 years up.
But that's the thing, you know.
But like at the same time, they've been around for a long time, so they're pretty much immortal at this point.
Yeah, but this is the point. Like, there is this kind of how they behave up to their own looks or their age, and in that position, you could say that she is a little bit. These characters that I mentioned earlier are kinda still very childish in comparison. That's the reason why.
Cherno is over 60. I
Might be
don't
true,
think
but-
so. I mean, sure, because like she's like a mystic fairy and all that, but like her, I'd say her personality age for Cherno would be more like 14.
Yeah, kinda, isn't it? It's about the whole
Yeah.
way how they act. But let's before we
Except very whiny.
continue with the next song, let's go into let's answer the quick question about Eternity Lava. Personally, I've got to say, as I saw a little bit about her, I could say she is kind of interesting, but I don't know. Like, she would be a very nice character to have around with the whole other fairy characters, but she's kinda of, for me personally, a rival model to Daiyose. And this actually is a little bit annoying, to say bluntly honest. But then again, she's an interesting character. Just let's wait and see how she will develop inside the franchise.
Yeah, I really can't wait to see how she develops later on, because like she definitely does make a good impression as a new character. I gotta say, like, I mean, she's sort of like this fairy, but like, I mean, like, she definitely has what looks like those nice butterfly wings, and I mean, I feel like the leaves on her head definitely like sort of matches like a personality that's yet to develop in the series.
Well, we've got to wait and see, I would say. So, I would say
Yeah.
let's continue with the next song. And here we go with a character who is underestimated too much. And I hope you guys will like this one. And yeah, especially for all of you who actually like her, here is To Love, To Love. Enjoy this little one for, Letty. I freaking like it. I hope you too as well. And yeah, enjoy the song.
「
Meow. Yeah, baby, I love this song. Yeah, maybe the singer and the lyrics might be a little bit strange for a few of you, but I freaking love the song, basically on the beat and the way how it's made. I really like it, and I don't know about you, but I can tell you that I freaking in love with this one. Well, yeah, let's get in and let's ask. Yeah, Yuko, what would you say about that song?
I really couldn't stop dancing to that. I felt like I was in a rave there, I gotta say.
It is an amazing song, isn't it? Like, I was first of all so surprised when I heard it the first time, and like,
For such an innocent, chill sort of character, I have to say this remix definitely shows like what could be her possible opposite side of the character.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, she made this whole thing about cold characters way more interesting than Chirno, to be honest. I got to say, like, she is definitely like Chirno is a little bit strange, you know, from her character and also from her looks, because she is like short clothings and as an ice fairy in comparison to that Letty really looks like appropriate winter character.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I feel like there definitely needs to be like a lot of improvements in Journo's character development. I'm not sure if she's meant to be like comic relief because I've always sort of viewed her as that. I mean, I don't really view her as a character that I can personally relate to in depth. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, if she's not exactly for comic relief, which I do view her as, then there definitely needs to be more development in that character.
I would freaking love this one, and I really hope that it will be continuing. Will be like out of in interest for a lot of you guys as well. So well, yeah, actually, we are closing in for the for the half time already. It's already about 50 minutes that we have talked, and it's interesting how quick this
I felt
goes
like
by.
it was only 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Yeah.
isn't it? But yeah, halfway in, and also, just to inform the people watching on Twitch, I say hello. Right now, I am able to see the Twitch chat. I usually don't check it out because usually it's quite plainly dead. But apparently,
I'm
there
a
is some
pretty
movement.
big Twitch guy, so shout out to Renchi Pegasasu, Blinded Vanguard 573, and everyone games who is watching this right now.
And while we're talking about shoutouts, I think we could do right now the shoutout also to Travis Stebbins, aka Odyssey Eurobeat, who is right
Yeah,
now.
shout out to him definitely.
I think he is right now on a convention. It's I think it was a BronyCon. And yeah, Travis, thanks for your great work. Keep up your awesome stuff. Let's just continue making stuff that you actually like yourself to do. As I'm still waiting for Catch Us to be released somewhere so I can listen to it finally in full length. How it was on the Eurobeat A1 collect album. Like, I can't wait to hear.
Oh,
listen to that.
definitely.
Man, if I can find it, you guys definitely will be the first to know about it. Like, I freaking love it, and yeah, "Tear You Up" was also a very awesome song, and I can't stress it out enough that I love this song so much. Maybe
That
gonna
one
listen
was
to it
pretty
today
good,
as
too.
well when I drive to my bar later on. So like after the stream, I unfortunately won't be able to participate in the Discord chat. Sorry for that one. Because I will be out tonight. So hope you all can bear with me at that about that point.
I'm gonna be out this evening as well.
So what's your plan tonight?
What's my plan? I'm basically gonna be flying up in the air and throwing all my knives like Sakian.
Like, we could actually go next with the Night of Nights song that you made and talk about it.
Sure. And of course, while I work for Remilia and Flounder in the Scarlet Devil Mansion, I will make sure that this really crazy immature witch Marissa Kirasame doesn't steal the precious thing.
Awesome. And yeah, talking about songs and so on. I think the funny thing is, guys, you might don't know, but actually between me and Yuko, there is still this insider niche thing, like with about RRR, which will be later featured in this podcast. There was something about the lyrics that I came up with my own lyrics, and we kind of like to joke about that. It's very often, like we quote each other on this one very often.
For sure, and I also make a lot of Touhou jokes as well.
Yeah.
So whenever I want to say something that's like a Touhou related pun or like answer with something that's Touhou related, I'll immediately just either get into character or just get into a twisted version of that character.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like there are so many good ones to. Oh, sorry.
I mean, I used to do that when I was majorly into Brony fandom.
Like the thing about Touhou is that all the opportunities you get with the characters and what you do with it, it's crazy. Like, oh guys, you've got to tell you that one as well. Like I told you about my book that I'm writing. Now the number of voice actresses increased to 3, and I've got also an actor finally for a character.
Nice. So that's like a total of 4 actors, right?
Yeah, like we've got some very talented people with it, and already now I've got like there are so many characters already with them covered, so I can't wait to get into it very soon. Like right now we are working on a trailer, so that you get a little bit of a inside view of what our work is and so on, or what we are working on. And I think it will be published somewhere around the around summer, at least that's what I'm aiming for, and hope that we will be successful until then. Yeah, but yeah, you should be excited about like this. They are very talented, and I can't wait to work with them. So,
Nice.
like before we go into Night of Nights, like can you remember what actually was for you the most interesting thing about that song? What were the challenges like, or what can you remember as a good memory out of working on it?
Working on my Night of Nights remix?
Yeah.
Well, well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I sort of like took reference from the Impossible remix MIDI file that I got.
Yeah.
And, well, some of the challenges. I mean, it wasn't really as challenging to come up with it, but like sort of adding and changing around parts could be a little difficult for me because like here's the thing, like some of the notes are definitely not like the type of notes that I do. So like, cause like some of them are like complete octaves of chords. So trying to work around that and accommodate that while adding like my own like sort of arrangements, notes, and all that. That was definitely a challenge for me because like if I put in my own, it wouldn't really sound akin. That's the thing. So I had to like sort of do something a little strategic around making this instrumental remix.
All right.
I mean, I have to say it turned out well, but like at the same time, it was so hard to do. And kind of listening back at the instrumental, there are some moments where I noticed some of the synthesizers were a bit weak. Like when I listened to the instrumental remix, it didn't sound as orchestral as I liked it to be. But now that I'm sort of remastering it for the upcoming vocal, then I will pretty much fix up some of the issues I've had with their remix. Like for example, some of the synthesizers sounding a little and like because like I want to definitely make it sound like a little bit more like it has like flavor, like a little bit more orchestral and at the same time sort of lively, you know?
Yeah.
Because I sort of failed to accomplish the lively part in the remix.
And you will, when you hear and listen to that song later on, guys, just listen to it and imagine a few lyrics to it. And yeah, like the atmosphere will be transferred directly. And yeah, about that link for the Eurobeat album, A1 Eurobeat album, the link is in the Discord server right now. So if you guys would like to purchase one of these, check the link out in the Discord server.
Hype is
And
real.
yeah, let's get into it, shall we? So here is Night of Nights, made by Juko Pegasus, also known as Galaxian Recordings. Enjoy the
up?
song, and hear you guys afterwards.
「
Night of Nights, the song made by Duco Neopegasus, also known as Galaxian Recording. Well, I freaking like the song, and I can't wait to go with the lyrics for it, especially with all the other people's. Man, this will
I
be
know,
such an
right?
exciting work.
That moment when I was like, "What up?" before the song started.
Oh man, like, we can't wait for it. And yeah,
Yeah, I know. I'm right. I'm so hyped.
like, as I said, today will be a little bit Eurobeat heavy, but I've got already a few other songs as well prepared, so don't you worry about it if you want some other songs to listen to as well, guys.
Have no fear.
Yeah,
Like Sakia does over time. That's why she has to fight with all those knives from the
sometimes
Scarlet Devil Mansion.
sometimes I ask myself if maybe because she needs to fight, that's the reason why she's using pets. Oh, sorry for that one.
She's fighting her fears.
I guess I just pissed off a lot of fanboys. Yeah. But yeah,
I'm not. I don't think you pissed off some fanboys. Don't worry.
okay, that sounds good.
I mean, we all love you.
Great. A few minutes later, we're gonna kill you. And I've got to run from the line.
me and Fujiwara Moko will team up. Maybe even recruit Kaguya. Oh, and Jurno, you can't come with us. You're too whiny.
Oh gosh, and at that moment, the burp can just showed up. Media is here
Oh,
now.
no,
Everything you
the
say will be
purple-
used against you.
Oh no, the purple bird is boomeranging on us. What do we do now, Moko?
I don't know what she will say. I mean, like, Mokotan is laying now in my bed, and she is like, I don't care, just leave me alone. Poor girl.
Leave me alone, you traitor!
She
How
says,
could
I
you
don't
do
care.
This? I guess she's too tired for the upcoming Night of Nights.
No, she's just prepping up, like, for tonight. Just go out and having some fun with me, huh?
Okay, so maybe she is ready for the Night of Nights, but she's just getting extra rest just for it.
Oh, you can bet on that one. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this kind of things right now in the working and in the making. People are grabbing their pitchforks as we speak. All right, I read a better duck and cover. This might be a
Oh,
little bit
no.
nasty.
There's a fight.
Yeah.
I think an actual Touhou bullet hell style is about to break out here.
Actually, yeah. I mean, like, if I've got to do something against this whole situation, I think first of all I've got to yeah, calm
Uh-oh,
down, Purple
we're throwing
Bird.
in some Metal Gear Solid in there. Snake says, Snake sneaks in.
Ring. But yeah,
Should that be a sound effect that I can use for my later Eurobeat stuff? Instead of like the initial D record scratch, just replace everything with the Metal Gear Solid.
I got the feeling that this might make it a little bit out of control if you do that. Like that would be
Oh my god.
everybody
You're
goes
killing me right
rampage.
now. Yep.
And please don't drunk up the live chat now with exclamation marks. I understood that you all got the joke. Everything is fine. You are all great, but nobody cares. Sorry for that one. But because we've got
Oh, the beauty of being in fandoms.
yeah,
Everybody sort of gets into character.
definitely. But talking about the great stuff like yeah, about Aya, like you might don't know, but all I can tell you right now is that Aya will be a very important character in the book that I'm writing, and I'm very glad that I already find a voice actress for her. And yeah, kinda she is very, very special. And yeah, also maybe it's because I freaking love to her skin that I made for my aircraft in War Thunder, which already got right now officially 74 kills. is one of the most deadly machines I've got, and I freaking love this girl. Everybody who hurts her will get killed 20 times for that. That's the way how I like to work with it.
And hello there, Kazami Yuka. Oh, and I want to say hello to someone who's watching but isn't in the chat. Hello, Giggles. Shout out to you.
All right, and yeah, let's go with a little bit more relaxed song next, which is a folk remix of Wind God Girl. So, Pepperbird, this is a little bit of a greeting from my side to you. And yeah, afterwards we will continue with our interview, shall we?
Yes.
All right then, guys. So here we go with a Wind God Girl, arrange, which I freaking love, and I hope you guys do as well. Here is the folk remix. Enjoy the song and hear you guys afterwards. Yeah. Sorry for the abrupt ending, but let's say the download didn't work out properly. Sorry for that one. But yeah, something calm and relaxing. I think, or rather, I hope that Purple Bird liked that one and this one because, yeah, I kind of like it and hope I won't get negative press right now for that one. But just wait and see. All right, yeah. Talking about the near future of your projects, Yoko, what can we expect to happen next?
Well, for Forever Energy Volume 3, expect some of the older. First off, expect some of the older crew to stay, but expect a lot of new members. So we pretty much have half of the crew changed for the better. By the way, because we have a new a new crew sort of with some of our old members, we 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 do have a lot of talent going on, and because we've been taking a little bit more time to develop this one, expect not only instrumentals that are a little bit more professional in quality, but like instrumentals that have a little bit more variety. I mean, I don't mean variety as in like a genre variety. It's still gonna be the Eurobeat that we all know and love, but there's gonna be like a little bit more songs that describe like a little bit more personality. You know, like there may be a really fun Eurobeat tune, there may be a really energetically driven one, there may be like a more soft and moody Eurobeat tune,
Mm-hmm.
and the lyrical content is definitely going to differ, and yeah, in terms of vocal mixing, expect, well, I mean, still expect the auto tune and reverby sort of stuff, but like expect that with like more natural layers of vocal harmony as well,
Which sounds very
and of
exciting.
course still expect raps and voice acting.
You will hear, you will get a taste of what it sounds like later on when we will have our yeah, little sneak peek into it with LR. And yeah, at that time, we will,
Indeed.
I hope you will see then what.
Oh, and expect more tracks. There's going to be about 16, not 12 like last time.
All right, sounds like more fun to me,
Yep.
which is always good.
Indeed. Provide as much fun as we can while we live young. Or
How
who
was it?
knows,
Work
maybe
hard,
we
play
will be
hard.
immortal like the Scarlet Devil vampires.
So, um, for any future projects, do you think, or rather, how high are the stakes for and chances for another Touhou Arrange to be released very soon after Night of Nights?
At first, it was going to be a little unlikely because I mostly wanted to stick to original stuff. I don't get me wrong, I still am going to stick to original stuff because I want to get my name out there in an original manner. But like now that a lot of the hype has been going on for my remix, I'll probably do a few more Touhou remixes even.
Great.
And also because fanmade stuff tends to be a little bit more accepted here.
Mm. Yeah, you might be right about that. It's a little bit difficult, right? Like,
I mean, Touhou was originally a Dojin released game.
mm. I mean, like the whole thing about Zune and making this game, it was first a little project that really expanded into something international, like with a lot of fans around the world. I think Zune himself never expected it to be that successful at some point. After, yeah, like,
Indeed. I mean, like he created the game independently and all by himself, and if
yeah,
he did all of the development himself for that quality of a game, then that's amazing.
that's the point, isn't it?
Yes.
And
I'm not gonna lie, it's actually epic.
like, think about it. We right now we are talking about a project that was made. I think it was something like a high school project, something like that, if I remember correctly, the lore about it. And it turned out to be such a success that we are talking right now internationally about it. Like, he never expected to become that big, I guess. At the same time, of course, there was
Yeah,
a lot
because
of...
like I mean, I would assume he. Well, I mean, when he created the game, I assume he decided to come up with like some stories and characters that he would relate to. But like at the same time, he wanted to go for something that was a little bit unique from what he usually sees in video games.
No.
Even 1995, when the first game for the PC 98 came out, that could have been the case.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, when he made the first game, Touhou Project 1, Highly Responsive to Prayers, back in 1995 for the PC 98, he was only 18 years of age.
There you have it. Like, it is... it's
So he was such a young game developer back then.
To think about, it was at the time when slowly this kind of games were how can I say, getting more popular with the community and especially with the generation. It is amazing how quickly he established his name in it, and yeah, as Purplebird says, the way how he handles the so-called fame is quite interesting as well as he does his own stuff. Like, he's making this project and also gives the opportunity for us all to have a demo version playing the game before it's actually released, and he's also giving the opportunity that everybody can work with this whole world, you know, like if you want to go for a doujin project or something like that, you're free to use all the characters without asking for permission. The thing is that I always adored his way how he said, it's fine if, what you do. You can do whatever you want with it, as long as I can drink a beer with the earnings from the project every day. It's like, it's such a bold statement, to say at least. This is the way how he handles the whole fame, and I think this is the most special thing about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like for someone who's indie like him, you gotta have sort of this preparation for a recognition, because like you're putting your stuff out there, but like at the same time you just gotta be yourself. I mean, like, and I mean, that was him. He was himself. I mean, he was doing his own thing.
Yeah.
I mean, always great to take inspiration from others, as I do myself. In fact, remember when we gave out a shout out to Odyssey here on this stream, right?
Yeah.
I'm also I decided to give Odyssey a shout out here, not only for him doing great music, but personally, him doing his own thing and him making his own music has sort of inspired me in a way, actually, to do my own sort of thing with the Eurobeat. I find that his musical works are very influential in that manner, and that was what started me to do it anyways.
Most definitely, yeah. Like, the same thing goes for me. The reason why I started this whole podcast thing was actually because I wanted, something to get closer to him and the whole community and franchise around it. And what I wanted is at someday to welcome him as one of my guests. This is still my goal, and this is what I'm working on. This is a great quote. A generous God, a drunk one, but a good God nonetheless. Yeah, you could say that Zune is kind of this kind of character. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, like, he definitely is that creative character, and his creativity and the way he decided to arrange this game is actually mind-blowing at first.
Definitely.
Because you'd never expect a shooter to go so fast and have so many things going on, but then at the same time, with its ulterior craziness, you get as we've explained before.
Like, I got to say, one of the most funniest thing that that was released at some point, I think it was by iOS, it was the Reitasai Festival, Hakurei Neighborhood Festival. It was that song. If you look at the animation video for it, for the trailer, in the end suddenly Zune appears as a black shadow, and I was like, whoa, you guys really went for it, huh? It
I
was
have to
funny.
say, from what I've heard and what people have been talking about on the Touhou community and even the Eurobeat community, this year's Ritai Saya has definitely been a landmark this May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Red Hawk is asking me if you got to choose between Zune and Travis Stebbins, who will you choose? This is definitely a hard one, but actually, for me, it's hands down Travis Stebbins. Why? Because this guy, I actually owe him a little bit my life. It's a little bit of a side story. I don't want to talk about it very deeply, but let's say his music saved me once, and I got to say that I still want to. If I could, I would definitely go for meeting this man in person rather than Zune. I mean, like, I would really love if Zune would join us. That would be like great. I would go crazy for that. Yeah, but if I got the opportunity to meet Travis, I've got so many things I've got to ask him. I want to tell him this. It's just, like, or maybe I will talk
I
about it
actually
more in depth another
met
day.
Travis once at BronyCon 2014. Legit.
I'm so freaking jealous right now. You can't imagine.
Yes, I found the legend himself, Odyssey, Travis Stebbins. I even took a picture with that guy when I was in my Vinyl Scratch cosplay.
Don't risk it. Don't
But I have
risk
to
it.
say, connecting with his streams recently definitely sort of expands upon my experience for sure. Because
Yeah.
I find that me and Odyssey get to talk a lot about like the development of Eurobeat, but like even anime too, video game related material as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what also I admire about him. Like he's kind of a guy who isn't like hiding behind this whole facade of being somebody who is famous and a VIP. He's more like open to everybody and helps and tries to help us to establish ourselves, getting more into the public with our own things and to risk all the things to get into it.
yeah. I mean, like here's the thing. Whenever someone wants to decide like a move on a goal, he actually helps you with it in a way too.
Yeah.
Like I remember on one of his Twitch streams, I was talking about like Monster Cat stuff, and he was giving me like a broad perspective on it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
So I think when talking about it, it helped give me a little bit of strategic thinking as well.
yeah.
But also it gave me the reality of what it's like to be accepted to labels and collaborations too.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I really like how he can give a broad perspective on things because it really is helpful and resourceful.
It definitely is, and like admiring a person is the one thing. To be noticed and to
Notice me,
get it.
senpai.
Yeah, definitely, it is like this. Like, I once sent something for him and for uh, from Germany. It was kind of a gem. What can I say? A good luck charm, or like a keychain. And he actually,
Lucky Charms.
I also gave him. I also wrote a letter to when I sent it as well, talking about me and how he actually saved me from a very dark time in my life. And he actually read the whole thing and replied to me, and by a mail and by writing me via, I think it was via Facebook. And I was so amazed that he really cared so much about his community. I was really going crazy about it. Like, I was so happy that somebody really took his time to read the whole thing and to understand how much in depth this person helped me in this kind of situation, which definitely wasn't the most beautiful time of my life. Yeah. this kind of thing. Let's stop talking about getting into too much into this depressive mode, and let's get on to another song. And I think it's time for another Eurobeat, but this time your own remix, I would say.
Flounder.
Yeah, like I've got to think about which one of these two I would go for.
Flounder, let's reunite in the Scarlet Mansion and fight.
Let's go with the Crazy Beats version, which is simply titled Unknown. We will continue.
I guess I've inspired the mood for that then.
Let's get into it and let's continue our interview later. So everybody, here we go. Here is Crazy Beats Unknown. There we go. An awesome song, isn't it? I freaking like this one. What about you guys? Well, let's ask first of all, of course, Yuko, what do you think about that song?
Oh my goodness. Best UNO one was her Eurobeat remix I have ever heard. Why did I not find this?
I personally like it a lot because I think it's based on, how vivid this one is, especially because of the
know.
start, like it starts off very quiet and peaceful and suddenly it just erupts and goes crazy.
Indeed, and when it erupts, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of those SCP music Initial D originals from Initial D 4th Stage.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, like Go Beat Crazy, Luca Bomba, and all that.
Oh yes.
Those are like killer tracks. And the fact that this UNO one was her remix reminded me of that. This pretty much just boosts my scale over 10 out of 10.
It definitely is an awesome one, isn't it? Well,
Yeah.
talking about Eurobeat songs that you like, what is your most favorite Eurobeat, Touhou Eurobeat made by Travis?
Oh, don't get me started on that. There's a lot I gotta say. I really liked On the Moon.
Mm.
I mean, that one definitely does have like a bit of a message that like definitely does mean a lot. Like, I mean, it talks about like the struggles of having to fight, but then like at the same time wanting some peace, quiet, and love too.
Yeah.
That was what I really liked about On the Moon, and I like how it's also inspired by the Inna Buzz as well, despite it being a Legacy of a Lunatic Kingdom-based song.
Definitely, yeah.
It also, yeah, because although it's based off of that, it also throws references to Imperishable Night too.
Mm. Most certainly.
Another one was, I mean, I have to admit, Lunatic. I mean, I know you're not really a fan of that one, but I kind of am.
No, it's alright. I can understand you on that point as well. Like, it definitely is a great song. The only thing is that I'm not really in depth into it. And also, hi there, Don. Nice that you joined in. Really appreciate it. And yeah,
Hello, Sir Don Scarlet.
like,
Now we have more teams from the Scarlet Devil Mansion.
and also we've got more from the team Odyssey Eurobeat. Like, he's also a great fan of it. And like, we're just going crazy about him every time we talk about it. Yeah, so you would say
Because what would life be without Eurobeat?
dull and driving wouldn't make any fun. Oh, I made a lot of people salty right now, I guess.
Reimu in response to every incident on the moon? Oh, man.
I don't believe
Poor
it. I will
Reimu.
never catch a break.
Oh, and especially the jokes, especially Reimu being the butt end of jokes on the fandom aside
Yeah.
from Journo. Funny thing is, Reimu is actually a likable character.
Definitely. She is actually
Yeah.
quite cute, I gotta say.
Really kawaii.
Oh gosh, don't come
Okay,
with
maybe
Weebum.
not too far. Kawaii?
Aw.
I can be a
Stop
little
it.
weebish, but at least I'm a true otaku, so we're all chill. Peace.
Love, peace, and Weebum. Definitely not the way how it should be. Oh man, to be fair,
Love you all.
more Team Makai.
Y-
Guys,
You know what there needs to be more remixes of? There should be like more Yandere Eurobeat songs, more Tsundere Eurobeat songs, and more Love Live Eurobeat songs.
Oh, come
Why
on,
not?
stop it right now. Right, also guys, you're spelling, you're definitely misspelling it is so. Because so is with S-O-S-O-H, right? It's where it was made for me. It is so, it's me, bitch. Okay, jokes aside.
I'm gonna go on the comment section of the YouTube chat and do a spell check here. There,
Just
I
tell
did
me
it just for you. I saved you, Fujiwara So. S-O-H. Yes.
Oh man. It is crazy, but yeah. So nanoda, yeah.
All the yokai must be proud of us right now.
Like, what's your favorite, so out of the whole stuff, you would say On the Moon is one of your favorites, but which else?
which else aside from On the Moon and Lunatic? Oh man, Final Breath and Rain Dance. I really like how Rain Dance comes back to the 1993 Eurobeat sound.
Yeah.
I mean, some may argue that it's 80s, but like for me, I have to say it's early 90s because that's when Eurobeat sounded a little bit more Eurobeat, but still Italo-ish. Because Rain Dance definitely still has a bit of a Eurobeat feel while sounding Italo.
I think
and the lyrics there are actually really cool.
They are definitely awesome. Like I've got to say, most of the people in here know that Rain Dance has a very special place in my heart. But yeah, guys, this is right now a good point. Like I would go for Rain Dance actually, but then actually I would like to maybe I would go for singing along as well. So you guys can decide if I should do it or not. Please just leave a yes or no in the YouTube chat. Like I'm in the mood for it right now.
Also, you guys might sue me for this, but I like Worldly Spirits. I admit.
Worldly Spirits is an awesome song. Hands down, it's a great song. I love it.
To be honest, though, it actually is awesome. Like I feel like, although you might argue the lyrics are definitely unconventional for a Travis song, but like it definitely gives you more of a likeness on human life.
I gotta say, like, as somebody stated once, Eurobeat is all about music, cars, or sex, and I gotta say, it is a very bold one, yeah. But I freaking love the song because it still sounds so, how can I say, it's still so enjoyable. Like this is the way how you could go for all the nasty words, but screw it. We're all gonna celebrate until dawn, so nobody will remember who said that. It's just this feeling of the so-called carpe diem, as I would say in Latin.
You know what? We need a DJ at anime at this month's Anime North to play Worldly Spirits. Take another shot for the worldly spirits. Women's the eyes of the earth. We are. You don't know the land if you don't know what's in it. Take us to the brightest star. Yes.
It definitely is awesome. Oh, also, I just remembered that I forgot when I mentioned Hikaru and his Petty Patrol Tengu page. I always got to when I talk about him, I've always got to do this one. So, yeah, Hikaru, here we go. You have to reply it some way. I don't know, via video or whatever. Here goes my woo! Over to you. So, because I forgot that one. It's very important. Otherwise,
I think so. Just turn into a wolf.
More or less. So, all right, guys. I think I will go for Rain Dance, and then we're actually going slowly to the closing in last stage. But then, don't worry, we've got another great song still prepared for you.
TRNG final stage. Kole koso Dorifto.
That's definitely not the one that I'm talking about. Oh,
feeling great, all I gonna need.
All right, there we go. All the people go, ah woo!
Ah woo! The moon has come to play, so let me dress for the occasion. Ears are perked, things are sharp, so let's start the big invasion.
All right, guys. So let me get into it. First of all, I've got to find the song. Where is Rain Dance?
Get your disco shoes on, everyone.
Oh, this is more like Let's Get on the Field Train.
Ah, yes.
Like this one is definitely field strain. Like I freaking love this one, and still thinking about at one point to write some, how can I say, answer lyrics to it or reply lyrics to it, as I freaking like to. It's just, you know, Travis, you make such great songs, and yeah, you always leave me some kind, you know, like willing to do more. And this is my personal, little shout out to you as always. Here goes, this is Fujiwara no So singing Rain Dance. made by Travis Stebbins, released by A1. Enjoy the song.
Home to the deck of the night. My suspicious intuitions tell me something ain't right. I can feel a certain heaviness rolling out into the sky. Too much my life is put on delay. I would rather give you something like a silly display. How many chances for this until the moment you die? Our darkest moments are a gift from above. How else are we to determine a moment of love? We can't let something like a little rain get in our way. We're in a rain dance, let it splash on your head. You could have been in pain, but you're rejoicing instead. It's a rain dance, finding joy through your pain. And once you've done it this time, you were never the same. Rain dance, but the bright as the sun. And you're the one thanking when the moment is done. And this rain dance, helping you feel alive. And waiting for another dance, another time. And the sun is in view, I can contemplate no better way to spend time with you. But even I know that these pleasantries are not to last. So I have faith that I'll see you again, though I cannot answer questions like when, how, when. Way about the planning when life goes by you so fast. Your darkest moments are a gift from above. How else are we to determine a moment of love? We can't let something like a little rain get in our way. We're in a rain dance, let it splash on your head. You could have been in pain, but you're rejoicing instead. It's a rain dance, finding joy through your pain. And once you've done it this time, you were never the same. Rain dance, but you're bright as the sun. And you're the one I'm thanking when the moment is done. And this rain dance, helping you feel alive. And waiting for another dance, another time. The devil comes, knock him, looking square in the eye. You got faith like a mountain and you won't let it die. When the devil comes, knock him, looking square in the eye. You got faith like a mountain and you won't let it die. When the devil comes, knock him, looking square in the eye. You got faith like a mountain and you won't let it die. When the devil comes, knock him, looking square in the eye. You got faith like a mountain and you won't let it die. We can't let something like a little rain get in our way. We're in a rain dance, let it splash on your head. You could have been in pain, but you're rejoicing instead. It's a rain dance, finding joy through your pain. And once you've done it this time, you were never the same. Rain dance, but we're bright as the sun. And you're the one thanking when the moment is done. And this rain dance, helping you feel alive. And waiting for another dance, another time.
Well, I hope I didn't scare off too many people with that one. I'm terribly sorry. Like, I never expected, but my voice is a little bit scrapped today. I still hope it was kinda enjoyable. Well,
I was singing along with you. We're in a rain dance, helping you feel alive, and waiting for another dance another time.
yeah, it's just an awesome song, and really, it actually saved me once or twice in my life already. This is actually a way to live if you think about it. Like, this is also
It is,
something
actually.
like in the songs of Odyssey, you can have so many. Yeah, there are so many ways to live for. You know, like for this one, and also I love his way to spell or to talk about romance, like in Final Breath or um, which other one? Actually, Final Breath is actually kind of the best one to say so. But then, of course, there is It Is So or The End. The End. Oh gosh, one of the best songs ever.
I know, right? We're so close. But but it's been such a hype opportunity so far, and I wish more opportunities like this could come in the future.
Oh, definitely. We will have a few specials, I guess, especially when after the release of the Night of Nights. We've got, and then you've got to do a podcast, and I will be then stared at yours. I think this would be the way how we will have got to turn it then.
Oh, oh yeah, for sure. I figured out on my next live stream I can definitely feature you for sure.
Oh, we can plan that one for sure. We've got to look
Totally,
for time and
yeah.
place, but that might be definitely a thing. So I would look
I mean,
forward
it's
to it.
really about working and collaborating together, but like also having fun while you're in the community, and that's why I find it an honor to be with you, man.
Oh, the honor is mine. It's always. So, I mean, like, about a year ago. Actually, guys, I've got to announce that one as well. In about a month, this podcast actually turns a year. A year of crazy things. A year in which my subscriber numbers increased drastically, rapidly, and a year in which I got to know so many great other people, and on that anniversary, I will do a kind of a special, I guess. And first of all, I wanted to, just inform you that there might be something else, but also wanted to inform you that it's still not the official restart of the series. The series will still be in suspension. These are just a few specials here and there. The moment we will come back, really inform, you will know about it, because I will announce that about a week or two ahead. But yeah, so it is just, like, had to get the opportunity to sing, especially to be featured in something like Eurobeat. I never expected that to happen at some point in my life. Like, I wasn't featured in any song before. The only thing that I did for music was actually writing the lyrics, and now I finally was able to be featured, and I'm so honored by it. And I can't thank you enough for giving me the opportunity, and just can't wait for the next project to get into it.
You're welcome, and it is an honor to you back, man.
It's just, like, having all the time seeing, watching the people having success with their songs and so on. It was like someday, and finally this day came, and it just, it's a blast to have you around and working on this project. And there's a reason why
It really is.
I want to end this one later with RRR. But before that, let's talk a little bit more in depth about, like, songs, books, and whatever around this whole Touhou franchise. Like, if somebody would ask you, like, hey man, I want to do Eurobeat as well, what is the kind of free advices that you would give me before I start with the whole thing?
All right. So if you or anyone is willing to do like Eurobeat instrumental tracks, I'd say number one, if you haven't learned about MIDI or any digital audio workstation, learn it. Number two, take reference from like all of the Sawtooth riffs and And heck, before you even thinking about making that a Eurobeat synth, just like do like a crazy 8-bar piano thing at first, and then like turn it into a synthesizer. Once you got that down, just like add like a basic bass pattern, and then do some crazy drum stuff.
Sounds
And number three, just feel like you're in the mood for drifting.
That's actually a good one.
Yes, because you can't have Eurobeat without Kore koso drifto.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. And feeling great.
That most definitely. Like, I worked on something kind of Eurobeatish myself a while ago, and yeah, actually I featured it a while ago in one of my podcasts as an opener song. But yeah, where is it actually? Oh yeah, here it is. Like, we can just I will just let it play in the background for a second. But I started off very peaceful. And yeah,
Yokai peaceful.
very peaceful, like summer ways peaceful, as you can hear maybe right now in the background if you listen to it in the stream. And yeah, it drastically changed into Eurobeat
Indeed.
a little bit later, but
If you can't drift, you can't Eurobeat. You got that right, Don Scarlet.
definitely that's the way to go.
I really like those mellow guitars.
was just made as a sample for how maybe a trailer of mine could sound like, and this actually is the result out of it.
Hey, it definitely does sound like a little bit like a intro theme, but like also at the same time it can also sound like a little bit of a transition theme as well.
Could be, yeah.
Also, I noticed that when the song first started, it definitely did sound exactly like a remix of the embodiment of Scarlet Devil main menu theme for sure, and which it probably is based off of.
Ah, okay, yeah. Well, this is like the it's just a basic Touhou riff, or like the Touhou opening melody, and on that bass I just made it a little bit more heavier, weighted on other stuff. But yeah, this is just like a little bit of what I'm actually doing. But let's get on to in a few seconds. But before we go into
yeah,
yeah,
we
there
gotta
we
jump
go.
ahead. We gotta play those beats like it's 2017. Yes, the new song that I've released on SoundCloud, which is coming soon to YouTube. Everybody,
You definitely got to listen to that one. It's absolutely worth it. And before we're gonna play that one, I want to thank you so much for being my guest today. I hope you had a blast over time.
I really thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed your time here with us, and yeah, next time we will see what will come to it, and yeah, let's hope that we will have a lot more awesome stuff coming around the corner and making it even more exciting.
Oh yes, this year's gonna be very badass. I mean, this year's gonna come along slowly, but it's definitely gonna be a badass start to something more crazy in the future.
Oh, definitely. And you can bet on it.
Yes.
Then I will be with it for the whole thing.
And now that we have you on board, I really couldn't thank you enough, man. You are boss.
You're definitely overdoing that. It's really not that much that I do. All right, but yeah, let's just give me a quick goodbye in all the languages that I usually do. First in German then. Okay, Leute, weil ich wenig Zeit habe, bevor ich dann heute gleich nochmal zum Saufen gehe. Ja, vielen Dank heute fürs Zuschauen. Ich wünsche euch allen ein wunderschönes Wochenende noch. Habt Spaß, bleibt gesund und macht nicht zu viel Rambazamba, okay? Und wir hören uns hoffentlich bald. Now in Japanese. いや、今週もまた皆さん聞いてくれましてどうもありがとうございます。だから、まだオフィシャルに続くことじゃないんですから、これからいつまたポッドキャストやるか知らないので、でもそこまでどうにか見届けてください。その時はちゃんとアナウンスするので、ではまた次の時またご会いしましょう。Well, thank you everybody for being here today. I hope you guys had a lot of fun, and yeah, see you around very soon in the next Phantasm. And we end this one today with RRR, the song made by Ryuko Pegasus, featuring a lot of great people, despite me. Like, I'm the exception of because I don't sound like that awesome, but hope you guys will like it. Here we go. Have a great time. Was a blast to talk with you guys, and see you soon.
It's your boy Ryuko, the DJ, stealing that mic. Notice me in the back of the seat. It's someone out there super saying my name. Kawaii in the sheets, senpai in the streets. Wolfie's playing beats on electrical radio. We all blast through the studio, but you can hear us on your stereo. Can't have a ring without being lit. Bro's got the cube, ready to roll. Faster than 40, maximum drift. Euro beat a test fight guitar amplifies. More hitter gonna hate when we don't reach quit. All your fans gonna dance your heart out, guy. Don't believe in me that believes in you, but believe in yourself that believes in you. Let's join the crowd together. Moving to the beat forever. Whoa. Strong. Break down. We gotta jump ahead. We gotta play those beats like it's 2017. Strong. the smash. 1, 2, 3, come the other explosion. Squad up, hustle up, time to shine bright as the stars. We shall dance to the beat while we ain't retreat. Dancing is our passion, not to fashion or fashion. Europe for everyone, Europe for everyone, Europe for everyone, forever energy. Europe for everyone, Europe for everyone. Let's get lit as ever.
Let's join the crowd together, moving to the beat forever. Don't miss out now, come on over, dancing to the beat. It's the night now, work is over, let's get down, drop that beat.
We gotta jump ahead, we gotta play those beat like it's 2017. We gotta smash this place, get ready for the smash. 1, 2, 3, come the other explosion. We gotta jump ahead, we gotta play those beat like it's 2017. We gotta smash this place, get ready for the smash. 1, 2, 3, come the other explosion.
I don't care what you say, you love and not betray. There's no place to hide from myself. Stay, I'm out of my heart. Game over, just be yourself. Maybe you'll find someone who's letting you just right. I just throw my hands up in the air.
Join us now on the dance floor. Feelings are to explode. Make it loud. Turn up the volume into power mode. Scream the love. There's music in the air tonight. Come on, just shake it off. The beat is booming loud as dynamite.
We gotta jump ahead, we gotta play those beat like it's 2017. We gotta smash this place, get ready for the smash. 1, 2, 3, come the other explosion. We gotta jump ahead, we gotta play those beat like it's 2017. We gotta smash this place, get ready for the smash. 1, 2, 3, come the other explosion.